Good morning, everybody. So thank you for joining us. I am doing an interview with Marcy Wade. So let me do a little bit of an introduction about Marcy. I met her, a year or two ago now already. And, she looks like this little tiny petite thing, but let me tell you, she's fierce and don't mess with her because she is a fourth degree black belt. They own a karate studio near O'Hare. What town do you actually live in? What do you consider?
It's Franklin Park.
Franklin Park. And not only is she mighty on the mats, but she is mighty with isogenics. And she loves how our products help her with convenience and fueling for her just fitness plus her competitions. And now she is sharing like a maniac. So Marcy has developed, I don't know if it's considered a new mindset, but definitely a new skill since conference. And it all revolves around using this new tool that we have that we learned about at conference with the IsaLife App. So I would like you to share a little bit about how conference impacted you and, what was the light turn on moment of, oh my gosh, this is going to be my tool that's going to work for me?
Well, first of all, Celebration was amazing. It was so fun to connect with everybody and just get inspired by other people, their personal stories and their victories, whether they were from just fitness and physical feeling of well-being, or if it was the business mindset. And so I think because I totally believe in the physical and I just get so keyed up over that, but the business part was a little bit harder for me. And I like to talk a lot. So the part of the sharing the business isn't necessarily the sharing part because I got that one down really, really, really well. But it was the follow through. And it was, I know this from the Taekwondo aspect of it, is that how can help people in so many different ways actually can trip you up because you can get so caught up in telling them all the different ways that this can help you, and they don't necessarily, they may need it, but they may not be there yet. So they don't know what they need yet. You just know they need to be there. So that's where I get tripped up in the martial arts portion of it, as well as the isogenics. So how this tool has helped me is it shuts me up a little bit and it just kind of gets them going. It takes me out of the equation a little bit more. So it's a little bit more just them, just linking into the business. And I get to help them do that quickly. And if they have questions, then I'm always there in a heartbeat to answer those questions. But it lets them just start to get plugged in, and then they start to feel better, and then they go, oh, wait a second, this is also helping me here, and this is also helping me here, and how do I? So that's the cool thing about it. So I've tried to do this more in the martial arts business as well, and the isogenics. Stop talking so much. So let's stop talking so much and tell you how to get into it so you can get effective in it.
Right, so
I was going to throw out a quick question. I mean, I'm familiar with the IsaLife app, but I also use Isa tools. How do you, first you've got to make that connection with the person and start talking with them. So you want to start at that point, and then what tools do you use to send them to?
Okay. So I pretty much basically, there's a book that they gave to us in Celebration, and it's available for purchase in the back office under tools. Yeah,
there it is.
That one is really, really helpful. That one's so helpful because it walks you step by step. If you're on Facebook, and it says this all in the book, if you're on Facebook, you put out a testimonial kind of a thing, or if you're doing something, just say, hey, I'm working out today. I'm feeling fantastic. I love how I'm feeling these days. You don't even have to mention why. They'll ask you.
Right.
They will definitely ask you. And when they ask you, then you can private message them. Hey, can I send you a link to a video? I'll show you why I'm feeling so good. I'm showing you what I've been using for the past X amount of time. And they'll say, yeah, they'll watch the video. And then it even has scripts follow up in there.
Okay, now, let me stop you real quick in there. You use the IsaLife app to send the video?
No, I didn't actually. I think I just Googled
IsaLife
IsaLife Movies, and I just sent it from there. So I guess
Yeah, Isa Movie.
Isa Movies has, for those of you who don't know, Isa Movies are professional 4 to 5 minute videos made by Isagenix in all of the categories we have: weight loss, wealth creation, fitness and performance,
Healthy
the
aging.
START group, healthy aging. And within each category, there's 3 or 4 videos. So at conference, they talked about, we want to make this simple, duplicatable, and time saving. I mean, you own a karate studio, plus you have children. So we all have busy lives. Let's make this simple and fast and duplicatable so everybody can do it.
And a husband to clean up after.
Right. So you just go to Isa Movies and find a movie that speaks to what this person you're talking to is looking for, and you send that movie as a tool first before you send them something next.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay.
And then I follow up with them. Did you like the movie? Did you have any questions about it? And usually they'll say either, yeah, I liked the movie, that's fantastic, or they'll say, whoops, I forgot to watch it. And the biggest thing that we have to remember is, because we're also busy, a lot of times if they don't look at it right away, it's not intentional. They just got so caught up in their lives, their day-to-day stuff, that it's not that they're saying no, that they're just that busy. They need it that much more.
And don't take it personally. It's not you.
It's not personal. It's like, oh my gosh, you so need this, sister. You are so busy. You don't even have time to watch a video. You definitely need this, because this is going to free up a lot of your time when it comes to meal prep and thinking about, how am I going to feed my family enough to get through this busy day? So that's the spirit I took every time that people would say, like, oh no, I didn't get to it yet. Or I'm not assuming it's a no. I'm assuming it's a, oh my gosh, you really need this more than you think you need this, because
right. Which is true.
You need some time freedom as well. So then they watch it, and then they'll either have some questions. And then the second thing I ask them is, do you think that this would be a good thing? Do you think this would be something that could help you with your goals? What are some of your goals? First of all, they tell you usually weight loss, more energy, all the things. We know that this could totally help them in those areas. And then you just answer some of their questions. Give them a couple of little blurbs about some of the products that we use. Not a lot. Just say, oh, one of our products specifically targets stress management, physical and emotional. It's an easy tea you just drink in the morning as part of the system. I'm dealing with, struggling to prepare all my meals. That's fantastic. This will take care of 2/3 of your day of meal prep. So, and balancing, I just can't get the right vegetables and fruits in there, or the right protein, and all the little things that you could say. This exactly is what will help you in this situation. And you can give them just a little tiny, not a whole big long in-depth thing, but just a teeny little thing, so that they know that this is product that they can count on, that it's quality, that it's scientifically backed, and it's not just, well, I know it works. There's adaptogens in there. Okay, they know. They don't have to know the whole scientific link on adaptogens, although they can get it, right?
Right.
They can get it on
Isagenix Health. IsagenixHealth.net.
Yeah. And then they can get the link there. So if there's a specific thing that they have a question about, I have some people that said, well, I struggle with diabetes. We can't make any medical claims, so we can just Google on that site. We can just Google a link that any studies or anything that has to do with that's compliant is coming from Isagenix. So I know I can send that without making any medical claims, and say, here's a link, check this out. Because they know more about it than we do. I don't know all that much about it. We hear people say how it affected their lives. Once they're fueled properly and their body can take care of itself, the things that it fixed in their body. But we can't make a medical claim like this will fix you, because we don't know how is it.
So to clarify, you don't do a big presentation. You're just sending them video. If they've got questions, you'll send them another link if you can't answer it directly. And then you go from there to, okay, so do you think this can help you? And then you go to the packages?
That's correct.
Okay, so are you doing this via phone, or are you messaging back and forth?
Message back and forth.
And are you doing
how?
Voice
Facebook
message?
From Facebook messaging. Because I have such a screwed up schedule that I'm totally opposite of a lot of people. And a lot of my school owner friends and Taekwondo friends have the same issues as me, as they can't do this in the evening. Their pockets of time are in the morning. Their pockets of time are right now, 10 o'clock in the morning, and that's in between running a business and or doing another job and then coming back to Taekwondo. So we have really, really very little time to meet up, and we are scattered all over. As a matter of fact, one of my friends from Australia yesterday texted me, hey, what is this stuff you're using, this Isagenix? Is it Isagenix? And somebody one time mentioned it to me, and do you think it could help me because I need to lose so many pounds and I have no energy? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, we have it in Australia. So then I was like, what do I do? First of all, I clicked on make sure that I order the international sponsorship.
Yeah, let me sidetrack on that for a second. For those of you who, when you enroll, you're signing up for a membership for $29. That is a United States membership. But because we're in, I think, 16 different countries now,
something like that,
there's an international sponsorship that is $50. Now, here's the important part. You may not have enrolled somebody personally from another country, but you may have somebody 20 lines down who could be from another country. And so when we flipped over to our international sponsorship a couple of years ago, we realized that we had 2 or 3 people in, I don't remember what countries, China or somewhere, like we don't even know who they are. But if you're not in an international sponsorship, you're not going to get paid on them. So if you are looking to share this and create world impact, definitely look at the international sponsorship.
Now, for instance, Marcy is 6 levels down below us, our level. And so we don't get any reports on you at all, Marcy. But if you enrolled somebody in Australia, if we didn't have that international membership, we wouldn't get the 6% off for that.
Right.
So it's a big deal.
Okay, so I want to keep moving forward. So when we were at conference, they introduced an addition to the IsaLife app. So for those of you who don't have it, the IsaLife app is free. It came out at NYKO, and there's coaching on there. You can place orders on there. You can edit your auto ship from there. They have schedules and tips and articles on there. It's your own little personal coaching app is the way I look at it. And for those of you who don't know what it looks like, let's see if I can get it here. It's this blue icon right there. Oops, sorry. Real life happening. So it's this blue one that says IsaLife app. So tell us why you got so excited and what the new addition was to the IsaLife app.
Well, with the IsaLife app, you don't...
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. You don't have to try to connect with somebody on an off time or try to catch them at the right time. And if life is happening and their kids are creating havoc and they can't get on a call with you or meet with you, this lets you do this on their time, which I think most people are used to. I don't think they're used to I don't know. It's really hard, I guess. It's just really hard these days to get, call me. And then I tried to do that a few times. And, it's for me with Taekwondo people, so I'll always defer to how my life works is, I'm teaching a class at 11:30 this morning. Can you call me at 12? Okay, I try to call her at 12, but something came up in our business and my husband needed me to do X, Y, and Z. So I called her at 12:30 and then I got a hold of her and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Things were just really crazy at the school and somebody walked in off the street and I had to give him an introductory lesson and da, 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 da. So we never got together that time. But if I send her a link to this to sign up, she could just do it when she has a moment, and it helps to track where they are in the process of it as well. Did they open up the invitation? Are they starting to enroll? And it sends them reminders too as well. Hey, don't forget, you've got this thing, you were starting to enroll. Did you want to finish up? I'm not exactly sure what they see, but I see that they're in the enrolling process.
So if you haven't caught on what Marcy's talking about, the big announcement at conference is you can now enroll people right through the IsaLife app. Yes. And again, the IsaLife app is free. So this is the best thing, is it's a time saver. We're all busy. Like Marcy said, it keeps us from talking too much. They still get to customize their own packs. So and how I found out about this, and we felt so bad that with Marcy, again, being 6 levels deep in our business, we couldn't see her business unless I specifically happened to tap in and see what's going on since we got back from conference. Well, of course, we all get back from conference and we're all busy catching up with life. And I find out that Marcy has enrolled 4 people in the first 2 weeks she gets back from conference, all from this IsaLife app. I'm like, what? I don't even know how to do it yet. I don't even know what I'm doing. And
what did I was doing either, honestly.
I said, you're the expert. I need to interview you, which is why we're here this morning. So walk us through what you have to do to enroll somebody using the IsaLife app. And I have some screenshots that I'm going to start sharing the screen as you're explaining.
Okay. So the first thing is you kind of have to have something pre-set up, but it's really, really simple to set it up. And what you do is you go onto your computer and in your, let me see, in your office, in your back office, can you see that? You go under team.
Right.
And then there's, on the very bottom, it says manage my carts. Oh, there you go. Manage my recommended carts. So you go all the way down to there.
Okay. Now hold on. I'm going to grab and switch screens. So I can do it within here.
Yeah, you're already.
Okay.
Don't you have that in there?
So I'm on this one where I think you guys can see it says team manage my recommended cards. Can you see I'm circling?
We can see.
Okay. And then once you click on that, what's going to show up? Can you see where it says manage my carts and I have 3 carts in there? Did it switch screens for you?
It didn't switch yet.
Okay, then go back.
Okay, I have to stop sharing for a second and switch screens. So now I want this one. So when you click on manage my recommended carts, I've already built 3 carts and I basically copied the 3 systems I typically share, which is the value pack, the premium pack, and the basic 30. I wish it would have put them in the opposite order, but I can go back and fix that later. So these are the carts I built. So that's the next step. So the first step you want to do is you want to put recommended carts in your back office, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. And you were saying you could even do that with Australia, that certain countries, when you go to manage my carts and you're on the international one, will pop up that you can manage carts even for other countries.
Yes, they have different pricing and sometimes they have different products, I think. So it's important that you don't share the wrong country with them.
Yeah. And so even though you've got the 3 packs up here, if it's blank when you start, you go up to that block that says create new recommended cart.
Right, which I do in a pinch for my friend. I'm like, I have no Australian carts. How do I do this?
So then let's go to the next screen.
Hold on, I got to go to the next screen. Hang with us. So the next screen is you're going to, this one?
Up here, honey.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
You're going to select your country.
Click on it.
So all the flags are at the bottom and you get to pick whichever country that you want to do.
Why?
Click on it and move it up because you want to see the bottom screen.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, you want to see Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Puerto Rico, and United States.
So what's interesting is obviously we have more than these 5 countries for the international. And I was sharing with Marcy yesterday, I'm talking with somebody in Mexico. And so when she told me this last night, I got all excited and I went to go build a Mexico cart, but there isn't one. So I actually have to call corporate and find out what we need to do if you're talking to somebody outside of these 5 countries. Luckily, you're talking with somebody in Australia, so it's easy for you to build a cart.
Yeah. Yes, it was. I think that they said it was available to certain countries immediately, and then they would be adding it, if I can remember correctly from Celebration, but I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Yeah, sometime in September or October, they're supposed to open those up for that. But from this point, you go ahead and select whatever country that you want, and then select Next. And then when you do that, it will come up just like you're normally enrolling somebody. You'll have all the different packages that you can select. So you select value pack or whatever it is for the person, and you set up a basic pack. You can do 2 chocolate, 2 strawberry, whatever it is in there, just to have something in it.
Yeah, and they even have it so simple as choose the most common flavors, and it'll put it all in there, and you can just
populate everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
So
think it
let's
is.
back up to you've now found out their goals. You've been messaging back and forth.
Mhm.
And have you done any pricing at all, or you've just explained a little bit about what the products do?
I just explain what the products do, and the main thing that I talk to them about is I say, what kind of a snack person are you? Are you somebody who likes to prepare your own healthy snacks like fruits and vegetables, hard boiled? Like, I give them some of the things that you would need to do in order to lose the weight. I'm not saying like do pick. I don't say, what kind of snacks do you like to have and then leave it open. I say, this is what you would need to do to get your snacks. So do you want fruits and like yogurts, or do you want, my dog wants to zoom? Oh my gosh. Okay. She's an ISA dog too. She likes the shake cup every morning.
Love it.
And it's a cleanse day, so she's not very happy with me right now. So I ask them about their snacking habits, because I think that this is where most people get tripped up is if they're a quick grab snacker and they're expecting to grab a bar or a bag of chips, then I know I need to send them a package that has that in there, regardless of what the price is, or they're not going to be successful. And if they're a person who doesn't like to snack like that, who would rather cook, and they're in the habit of cooking all their meals and they want to eat
Meal prepping,
then I'll send them a product package that doesn't have that in there, because I'll send them then suggestions, and this is what you're going to need to prep to have that. So when they say, if they say anything about the price, I explain to them like, I feel like this is the system that's going to make you most successful right off the bat. And then as your body changes, and as your taste buds change, and as your body recognizes what's healthy food and what nutrients you need, then you're going to be able to make better snacking decisions later on. And you can decide, do I love grabbing the bars and the wafer-thins, or do I or am I going to want to make my own snacks from now on? So that's kind of how I base it, is how are they going to have most success on it? If they say anything about the price, then I can send them a package that's a little bit, a smaller package. And you can name those packages anything you want to. So, of course, mine are named white belt, camouflage belt, black belt package. So you can name those anything you want to in your back office. They don't see that. That's just for your fun. But that's
so
just
you're not sending them all three. You're only sending them the one you recommend, or
yeah.
they see all of them.
On the link, it'll say, here's the package that I've chosen for you. And then I always send a personal little blurb in there too, so they don't know it's just an automatic thing. Like, right. When we're talking of, hi, so-and-so, when we're talking about your goals, this has the snacks I think would help you to become most successful right away. Let me know if you have any questions, and then I'll get back to you. Now, the ones that I did enroll, I actually talked to them on the phone, and those, they enrolled faster. I have to say, they enrolled faster because I was talking to them on the phone. Now, there's some people I just couldn't get in contact with, and it's been like messaging with them, and they're in the process, but they're still kind of stuck in the process. And I keep messaging them back, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm getting to that. So I'm assuming that they are, and they're just crazy busy. But the people that I actually talked to on the phone, they enrolled faster than the people that I just communicated through the messenger and stuff.
Now, do you talk about money reallocation, or that they are getting 68 meals so they're not in sticker shock when they see the packs, and you're not really talking pricing and messaging?
Yeah, I do. I say, remember that your shopping are going to be changing because you were pre-shopping. This is your meal for 2/3 of the month. You're going to be eating all this. So you're not going to be buying a whole lot of, I'm assuming breakfast is usually a shake. You're not going to be buying breakfast foods. Okay, so take all of your breakfast foods, unless, you have kids that choose to eat that. Actually, that's the meal that all of my family eats for Isagenics is breakfast.
Ours too.
So we don't even buy breakfast foods, really.
Us too.
We buy eggs for baking and for snacking, but we don't have it for breakfast.
Yeah, I just was curious that, we've got 3 packs up there that we've created. Is there a limit to how many you can create?
I think 20. is the limit.
Okay.
But I have some that, because we have athletes, you know, we have serious athletes that do this, and everybody who starts really just needs to get on the basic program. So how I've configured my cart is I have a Camel Belt regular and a Camel Belt athlete. So the second month when you do the auto ship, because you prepare the auto ship, I did a 30-day, but I put some, I forgot how I did it, but I put some of the AMPS product in there as well, because I'm assuming that after they get their body rocking, then they're going to want to start fueling that workout that they're having, because I know they're already working out. I know 100% sure that they're working out. So I have the regular, which the people that I'm not sure if they're really working out yet. That's just the basic stuff. And then I have my athlete pack, Camel Belt Athlete, which has some of the amped line in there. But I tell them, you can change flavors, you can change this package however you need to. And then I always get back with them, and I'm communicating with them as they're using it. So I ask them how they're doing. Are the snacks working for you? I think the biggest thing that helps with like a cleanse day is to know if they're a savory snack kind of a snacker, or if they like sweeter things, because the way the ISO snacks are more sweet, and then the crunchier ones are the whey thins. So if they like that, then I have to make sure that we include those in the package. So just really knowing the person who you're trying to help, like know how they like to snack, know how they, are you working out? Have you incorporated this? We know all the products. They don't know all the products. So if you get honest feedback on how is this really working for you, then you can coach them better. You can tell them, like, it sounds like you need this, or it sounds like this would be helpful for you. We have a product that does that. Can I show you what that is? And then just send them a link from the Genic site, and then it explains everything.
So you're basically being the expert, making the recommendations for them, and they're taking your recommendations.
Yes.
So again, walk me through this. So you've clicked in and logged on your IsaLife app.
Okay.
So when you say, hey, I want to do this.
Yeah. So now you're talking to somebody and they said, yeah, send me the link to that. So you go to your IsaLife app, and then it will say on the bottom right, there's a little person.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little person, like a shadow person. And you click on
profile.
that. And then it'll bring up all of your information, and then it'll say share Isogenics.
Do you have to click settings, or
no? Scroll down a little bit. You have a cart, right? So it should say that. It says
mine doesn't show it. Mine just shows my my.
Go select you. See what happens.
It'll say sponsored.
Yeah, you've got to.
And under that, I think it says I share Isogenics.
I think that's what it's trying to do.
Is it scrolly thingy?
Yeah, it's circling itself. Okay, so that's the links in there for videos and stuff.
Mine doesn't show a share.
Let me see if I can go to. I hope I don't hang up on you. Let me go to mine and take a picture, and then can I share a picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me see what I'm doing here.
Where's my phone?
It even tells you good morning. Okay.
So clearly you can tell I don't use this app a lot.
Yeah. So when I click on my person, it says my sponsor, my badges, my order history, my personally enrolled team. And then right under that, it says share Isogenics.
So mine just does order history and then settings.
Oh, you're missing a whole box. My team, you're missing your team.
I am.
Okay, let me take a picture of this so I'll show you.
Randy's logging into his to see what his says.
See what his says? It's a team box.
Yeah, my prospects.
Yeah, somehow I don't have that. Then I'm going to have to.
You haven't added your prospects in there. Number one.
So you need to add your people you're talking to into prospects. No,
not at all.
Okay.
It may be if you haven't updated. If you haven't updated it, maybe because it's got new stuff on it. If you came back from celebration and you didn't update it, it might not have the new stuff.
Oh, that could be too.
So it's a really easy. You just say share.
Okay.
You pick, then those carts that you created will pop
Right.
up.
Okay.
And then you pick that cart and you pick which side do you want them. You'll pick which side you want them to be on if you care, or it'll.
Oh, so you still get to pick where you want them in your placement tree.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm so not savvy. I just say put them where they need to go. And then you choose how many days you want the auto ship to go on. So then I always choose 28.
Yep.
And then you say share. And then it says, how do you want to share it? So just like you were going to send anything, it says, do you want to share it with Messenger? Do you want to share it with Facebook Messenger? Do you want to share it with?
Right.
Yeah. And you just push on that, and then you choose from whichever list pops up within those fields. You share it with them, and then it shares the link, and then it has that little message that you do personally right above that, share this message. And then if they open it, it'll say so-and-so started to enroll, and it'll show a little line bar. How far did they get?
Okay.
I can't see exactly what page they're on, but you know how far they got.
That they're actually enrolling.
Yeah. So if you see somebody stuck, you can call them and say, did you need help did you need help? Are you did you get stuck, or
Right.
did you get busy? Did you have a question about the package I sent you? Maybe I didn't send you the package you think will be working for you right now. What do you think about the package I sent you? And then I would send them a different one.
Okay.
So I actually sent somebody the premium 30-day premium package, and they didn't click on it. And then so I actually saw them in person because they're students, parents of ours. And I said, did I pick a bad package for you at this time? Did you want me to send you a package that's a little more inexpensive? And she said, no, I want that package. I'm just saving for it. So that's what I mean, like honest communication. It's like she really wants to set herself up for success, but she knows she can't do it at this minute. So she's just like, no, I'm going to wait till I can go all in.
So clearly you're contacting her this week to let her know we have free enrollment that will save her $29 if she finishes by Sunday.
Yes.
So just so you know, that was the problem. Let's see if I can do this here. So
yay.
All right. The update. So it's clearly, sorry, it's backwards, but you can see that there's the My Team.
Yes.
Right there. So if you have not updated your app since you've been back from conference, that's why you can't see it. So now I'm updated.
And the only way you can update it is by deleting it and re-downloading it.
Okay. So
that's why that happens, Jody, so that everybody knows.
Yeah. So literally real and raw, real time, real problem.
Yeah.
You can tell that,
exactly.
Like Marcy and I are not techie people. This is the funniest part.
No.
Marcy was like, seriously, if I can do this, anybody can do this. And I would say I'm low to medium tech and Randy's high tech. So we kind of like, seriously, when you called and you were like, yeah, I've enrolled 4 people with the app. I'm like, what? Wait a second. What am I missing here?
A quick question. You said Facebook Messenger too? Because I haven't tried that.
Yeah. Yes, it works through that. That's pretty much how I get a hold of everybody. Facebook Messenger, because I don't know, it's just the easiest for me. Maybe it's the least amount of technology.
Actually, it's really really well timed. And the reason I ask is because I've got one of my classmates from high school, and we're really old. So we're really old, but they are not tech savvy. That they still use flip phones. So they can't get videos. They haven't. But
you can send it in an email.
Well, you can send it an email, but you can also send it a Facebook Messenger, and that's what we've been using to talk with each other. So that's an eye opener for me, since they've been having troubles getting to an event that Jody did on Facebook. I can send them the link via Facebook Messenger for one of the videos that I'd prefer to send them.
Right.
That's a good thing to know.
That's the thing, that it's going to be different with everybody. Some people, this is going to work like a dream. And some people, I'm thinking the people that maybe I've sent it to, maybe they're just the kind of people that they just want to talk on the phone. It's going to be this tool is going to be fabulous for some people. And, you know, if they don't choose to enroll, but they still seem interested, maybe they need that personal contact. Maybe they need the phone call. Maybe they need to meet in person. Everybody's going to be at a different place. So we just need to meet them where they are. And it's kind of cool because then we get to get out too. I'm dying for somebody to say, no, we really just meet in person because I need to get out.
But it's great because we are all busy. This is a great beginning and a great to throw it out there and see, and it's duplicatable. This week, especially with the free enrollment, I'm going to challenge everybody, you know, try using this app this week and see what happens. I mean, look at what happened with Marcy the first 2 weeks coming off a conference. Plus, we have the shake releases. You know, we'll have the pumpkin spice and the mocha on Thursday. So,
oh my gosh, I'm so excited for mocha.
Yeah. What a better opportunity to try out. And, you know, I get very fearful of technology or trying something new and just stepping out and trying something for the first time. But we hear on stage all the time, fail forward. You're going to get some no's, but what are you going to learn? You're going to learn how to use the app. You're going to learn to get better, and you're going to learn to teach your team how to do it. And hey, if you get some enrollments on the way, there's the icing.
Hey, we quit riding a bicycle because we fell off. We got back on the bicycle and kept trying.
Right. And it's honest. It's real. Like, you know, when I did it, I was fumbling through it. I'm like, oh my gosh, hang on a second. You know me with technology. I can't do this. And then they know for sure 100%, you know, if you can do it, if I can do it and I'm struggling through it, then they're like, well, hey, I could do that too. You know, it's just keeping it real. And, you know, I just really want to help you. And I know this can, and let's just get you going on it. And it's, you know, maybe not going to be perfect. You know, I'm not going to be perfect sending it to you, but we just, once they get it in them, then they'll feel better. And then that's so rewarding to know that you're helping all these people to feel better.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, thank you for your time and teaching
You're welcome.
us.
I'm glad we could connect.
We were. It took us a while to get
technology. I wasn't so well connecting.
So have a great class. We are going to share this for all of you who are leaders. It will be a YouTube link, so feel free to share with your teams, especially if there's somebody who may not be engaged on our team page. Hopefully they are, but if they're not, use this as a tool to help everybody learn, and so we all learn and grow together.
Yes.
All right.
We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Marcy.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.